They have been trying to capture him for weeks, and Moorhead police finally found their guy with a filet mignon of all things. But there's a question of what he is. People have called police several times over the last month about a coyote, a wolf, maybe a husky running loose around town on the south side. Someone even thought he was a police canine that got away.
Whatever he is, officers finally caught him yesterday along 20th Street South between Main and 12th Avenues. They determined that he is someone's pet, but they are waiting to hear if he is actually a wolf domestic dog cross, and if he is, he would not be able to stay in Moorhead. Meanwhile, the animal is stuck at the pound. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Lisa Beddoe here with Jordan Schreier. We're just getting started with our nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. New this morning, a scare at a local Walmart that must have had some people thinking, not again. A man is in jail after police say he got into an altercation with an employee at the Grand Forks Walmart on Gateway Drive. The call initially came in as an active shooter situation inside the store right around 10:30 last night.
Police responded with guns drawn and found the suspect inside the store. They say after a brief struggle, 30-year-old Brandon DuBois of Grand Forks was arrested. Police did not find any guns and say there was no indication that the suspect ever had a gun or that shots were fired. DuBois is now in jail on terrorizing, preventing arrest, and disorderly conduct charges.
Last night's incident brings up memories of a deadly shooting at a Grand Forks Walmart in May of 2015 when a 21-year-old airman from the Grand Forks Air Force Base shot two Walmart employees, killing one before taking his own life.
Also new this morning, a North Dakota man is dead after being hit by a car while trying to catch his dog. The Highway Patrol says a dog got loose after a van stopped on Highway 28 near Ryder, North Dakota around 10:30 last night.
A man chased the dog across the highway and was hit by an oncoming car. The victim is a 23-year-old from Minot. Troopers plan to release his name tomorrow.
It's now 10 minutes before the top of the hour, and if you're just heading out the door, you might want to grab that umbrella before you go out.
Yeah, Southern Valley especially, where we've been seeing showers moving through. Fargo kind of winding things down now this morning. You can see those darker clouds moving on to the east on our Storm Team Skycam network, and we'll gradually get more sunshine working in for us today with partly cloudy skies. We heat things back up into the low 80s for your highs, but that's only going to fuel some thunder showers for later in the day. So more storms possible coming up for your Friday evening that we're going to be keeping an eye on for you. Here's a look at your radar right now. We've got quieter weather up north. Southern Valley still seeing some scattered showers, mainly along that Highway 10, I-94 corridor here in the valley, and Highway 34 too. We've been seeing some good rain as well. And this is working its way south and east. So Wadena, we're in the showers right now, right along Highway 10 up through Perham and back into Cass and Clay County. There are still some sprinkles in the region, though it is winding down. And then Lisbon and back over to Lemoore seeing some rain too. And as that moves southeast, Gwinner and Oaks, you're about to see your chances for rain pick up here as this continues to just kind of slowly make its way out of here this morning. We'll end up with partly cloudy skies again into the afternoon. And temperatures on the rise. We're already starting off this morning much better than we were yesterday and the day before. We're back into the 50s and 60s rather than 30s and 40s to kick off the day. And a look at your hour-by-hour planner. We'll see some mix of clouds and sunshine through most of the day. Noon back into the 70s. We're working our way to some low 80s in parts of the valley for this afternoon. And then heading into the evening hours, here comes that chance for some showers and thunder showers. Now, this particular forecast model, not really all that impressed in the afternoon with our chances for rain, but I do think we have a shot at getting some of those stronger storms this afternoon and continuing into tonight. Eventually this does move on and we have a quiet start to our Saturday. Severe thunderstorm risk, well, it's marginal, meaning that one or two storms might get severe for a short time. The lower end of risk, but still the potential is there for some hail and some gusty wind. And taking a look at your Father's Day weekend, expect again today to warm up, but we'll see that chance for some thunder later on. Saturday, especially in the second half of the day, could get pretty bumpy with rain and some thunderstorms. And for Father's Day, the rain should be clearing in the morning, but cool, a high of 65 on Sunday.
Sounds great. Thank you, Lisa.
Two separate accidents involving kids on their bikes around town within just a couple of days, and it has families thinking more about safety. Greta Miller with Sanford Health says while a helmet can be a lifesaver, you have to make sure it fits right.
And if it gets worn down over time, you do need to get a new one. On top of wearing the right gear on a bike, Miller also says kids need to always be aware of the cars around them.
Look for the vehicles, look at the drivers, try and make eye contact with them. Make sure that the driver sees you before you cross the street.
In one of those accidents, the child had minor injuries, but in the other, an 8-year-old boy is facing a long recovery.
Here are the latest road and lane closures to watch out for around Fargo Moorhead. 12th Avenue North in Fargo between Elm and Oak Streets is shut down for repairs on the street surface. The road should reopen next Friday.
And the city of Fargo will close 5th Avenue South today between University Drive and 14th Street for some street patchwork. The roadblock is expected to be in place for 4 days. Over in Moorhead, 11th Street between Main and Center Avenues will close starting tomorrow for rail crossing maintenance. The work is expected to take about 1 week. Police are now confirming 1 person died and 6 others are hurt after a head-on crash in Monoman County. It happened just before 6 Wednesday night between County Roads 3 and 11, which is southeast of the city of Monoman. The sheriff's office says the 2 vehicles crashed at the crest of a hill.
1 adult was killed, 3 other adults and 3 children were hurt. The 6 who were injured were flown to Fargo hospitals. Their conditions are not yet known. The victims' names won't be released until all of their relatives are notified. Gnats are a nuisance for most of us, but they can be deadly to certain animals. A small family farm in Iota, Minnesota lost 23 chickens in 3 days because of the bugs.
They determined that the insects suffocated the birds. In a decade of raising chickens, the owner says they have never seen anything like this. People living in Fargo's downtown high-rise are waiting to hear the fate of their apartments. Plans were first announced months ago by Fargo Housing and Redevelopment Authority to sell the high-rise in downtown.
3 meetings were held this week for the nearly 250 residents who call the building their home. A flyer says Fargo Housing is in the process of getting permission from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development to sell the building. Before discussions started at a meeting for the high-rise residents last night, Valley News Live was told to leave. But Fargo Housing Executive Director Matthew Pike was not clear in a phone conversation as to why.
This agency is publicly funded, receiving money from the federal and state governments. Minutes before the meeting, Deputy Director Jill Elliott gave us permission to be there.
Kids, it's time to get excited to make Dad a fun gift for Father's Day. It is this weekend after all. And the Valley Today's Abby Furchner is live in studio this morning with a guest with some crafts that we could make for our dads. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning, Lisa and Jordan. I'm here with Ashley working with Unglued, and of course she brought a spread for us from, teenagers to little kids. They can all make crafts for Dad this year. And so what do we have, before we talk about the fun stuff, what do we have here that you can make your dad?
So this is using temporary tattoo paper. We did it on glass yesterday. Today I'm going to do it on wood, but it turns out really awesome. It's an easy way to customize a gift for Dad using photos of him and you or etc.
I love that.
And it could be like an actual temporary tattoo. So I already printed a photo just like we had on the front. I peeled off the paper. I just followed the instructions as they're on the kit. Use it with an inkjet printer. And then just like a temporary tattoo, you just start to apply water for 10 to 15 seconds. And so I'm going to let this sit for a second too.
Yeah, and we have to talk about this box because I think this is so much fun, so creative, and this might be, little kids can definitely do this with a parent, but this might be if you're a teenager or a college student and you want to get your dad an assortment of things, this is perfect.
Yes, totally. We DIY'd too, like the beer mug that's in here. There's like dad soap that you can make off Pinterest, a little tackle box.
This is so
craft
fun.
Kit with gummy candy. And they're all really easy, so you can choose how much you want to DIY and make yourself or actually just buy too.
Absolutely, and this is so fun because I'm sure dads all have like just random tackle boxes just laying around. This is perfect. And then this card, if Dad can't fix it, nobody can.
Yes,
that's the truest statement. Even at 23, I'm like, Dad, what do I do?
And
and kids, this is one totally kids can do.
Everyone has Legos laying around, and so your kids could build like a little business card holder. You could personalize it with another photo since you're printing on your inkjet printer anyways. There's also like pen holders you can make with Legos too. Anything that Dad would want like on his office as well.
I love that.
Would be really cute.
Okay, should we see the final product?
Should we see? Ooh, I'm always so happy when it works. So right now, the way that it'll turn out until the wood dries, it'll be a little bit white like that, but then it'll dry to be more like the one up front.
A little more. Yeah. That took no time.
So easy. Yeah.
You can just create that for Dad right away on Sunday. So you're running late and don't really know what to get him quite yet.
Yeah, easy.
15 seconds. There you go. You have a gift for Dad.
Abby Birchner, great ideas this morning, and Ashley Morgan as well. Thank you so much, guys.
We're starting a new thing today to help you plan for your time off. We're calling it 3 for the Weekend, and here it goes. The first idea is a biggie for families. The 20th annual Kids Fest is going on at Island Park in downtown Fargo. It's from 11 to 7 today.
How about discovering a state park gem just outside of Moorhead? Buffalo River State Park near Glendon has one of the world's best remnant prairies, and the DNR is showing it off with Friday night hikes. It starts at 5:30 tonight. Just meet up in the picnic area.
And here's a Saturday shopper alert. Burlap Rustic Chic Boutique is hosting an outdoor flea market from 10 a.m. to 6. It'll be happening outside the store on South University in Fargo. And let's get the answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Here's that question. 44% of people have one of these in their car, even though it doesn't work.
The answer? An air freshener. Why don't we take it out?
It worked at one point.
So you just leave it in there just in case. And it's kind of, well, you smell the rain this morning.
Yes, you will. And in Southern Valley especially, we're still dealing with it. But that will be moving on. And then we'll end up with some mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Warming up into the low 80s for your highs today. So heating back up, but that's just going to fuel more thunderstorms for the afternoon and evening. And some of those could be strong. And here's a look at your radar. Some showers again in the Southern Valley that will eventually be departing in the next couple of hours.
The Today